Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are going to be making the most delicious and the most soft and cozy cinnamon rolls. Here are my ingredients. So I have self-raising flour, some Madagascan vanilla extract, milk, white sugar, aka granulated sugar, light brown sugar, cinnamon, I have some yeast, I have an egg, and some salt. Adding butter. Now I'm going to be adding my wet ingredients. So I have some warm temperature milk here. Next I'm going to be adding my room temperature butter. I'm going to be adding my granulated sugar. By the way, I'm going to be adding all of the, I'm going to be adding yeast now. And we're just going to mix. After this, you're going to need to let it sit for 5 minutes so that the yeast just reacts to it. By the way, if you don't use the correct yeast, like if you leave it out for too long, it will turn bad because it reacts badly to air. So if you leave it out, it'll turn bad, but if you use bad yeast, it won't react to the milk and all the other wet ingredients. So if it doesn't work, you're going to need to redo it again. Now we're going to just let this sit over for a minute, and we're going to carry on to our dry ingredients. Now I'm adding these. This is some light brown sugar. This is the cinnamon. And this is the salt. Now we're going to mix. Now I will be adding the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients, and then I will be adding these two to the bowl as well. I would prefer to take it a third at a time, it's just way easier. Now I will be adding the egg and the vanilla. Just use a tiny bit. I like a lot of flavor, so I use that much. Now I will be oiling the bowl with some vegetable oil to prevent the dough from sticking to the bowl. Now I'm going to use some cling film to cover the dough to let it rise. Now I'm going to be making the filling, and the filling contains unsalted butter, cinnamon, and light brown sugar. I'm going to be adding the cinnamon and light brown sugar into this jar. And then, so basically when I knead the dough and roll it out into its shape, I will be adding the butter and be spreading it on. Now I'm going to set this aside and start kneading the dough. So by the way, you need to preheat your oven to 35 degrees Celsius. I'm going to do that in a minute, and you need to have this baking dish. It's actually risen a bit. Okay, so now I'm going to sprinkle the surface with flour to prevent stickiness from the dough. And I'm going to flour my hands so that my hands obviously don't get sticky with dough too. So you want it to be like that. Perfect. You're just going to knead it. Kind of like bread. So I like to measure my dough to make sure it's accurate and consistent. So I'm going to be using it with an inches ruler, and you need to make sure that it's 12 inches long, sideways. It's perfect. And then this needs to be around 20 or 25. Good. So I'm putting the butter because the filling needs to stick to the cinnamon roll properly so that you get that nice taste of cinnamon inside your cinnamon roll. Now I'm going to add the filling with brown sugar and cinnamon. Just sprinkle it. Now that I'm done, I am going to now roll the dough into its form of cinnamon roll. So you take this edge and you just roll it like that. Now I'm going to cut my cinnamon roll into its form. I'm buttering my pan now so that the cinnamon rolls again don't stick to the pan. It's baking time. You need to put your cinnamon rolls in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Let's get. Guys, I just took them out the oven. They look really delicious, and I'm gonna be giving them a try later on. I'm going to add this delicious cream cheese styled frosting, and then I'm going to be trying